This year is a huge year for us. We have moved into the American East Conference, so it's a huge transition, and we do have 9 freshmen, so it's super important to be a leader and to try and mold them for the future.
It's been a really interesting shift for us, kind of being the new guys in the America East. The pressure is almost off of us a little bit. I think internally we always have that pressure and wanting to be the best, and taking that next step forward and having the success that we had the last few years in our old conference and trying to mirror that in the new conference. I think the pressure was kind of internal as opposed to the external pressure.
For me as a freshman, it was very hard, but during my sophomore year, I started to get better at playing at Division I level, but the adjustment to come from Holland all the way here was hard in the beginning.
Yeah, so it's definitely a big step up from high school and club at home, but definitely having a tight-knit defence was a huge help to adjusting into that position, and also a long pre-season really allowed me to just be comfortable when I had to step up.
Well, this part of the season is very critical. We talked a lot about, the mistakes that we made early on. Mistakes are actually one of the best learning tools. So being able to build off of some of those losses and not doing the things that we did against Lafayette or Northeastern or even Rutgers, to try to build off of that, and especially going into this Friday, our second conference game. We're playing Maine at home, and they just have beaten the number 5 team in the country. So for us, it's a really critical that we go out there, that we're focused this week, that we're honed in, and we know the game plan going into Friday. So coming out hoping to have 2 wins in the conference would set us up really well.
Defense is a big aspect of field hockey. There's a lot of offense, a lot of defense, but I feel as though we are a team within our team, if you kind of look at it that way. We have connections that not most people do, which is awesome.
Yeah, so definitely the MAC was generally considered a lower standard than many of the other conferences. The America East definitely a big step up, and we want to prove that we belong here and that we can play with the big teams.
The 3 seniors that will be leaving us, it's always incredibly hard to replace them, but we've been working diligently on creating our leaders and developing our leaders. We have leadership meetings every week if we can, and each grade is representative, and we've worked really hard to not put the labels of freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, and what type of leader you can be, and just kind of seeing how it works out for themselves naturally, and then giving them the tools to create their own leadership style.
Definitely time management was the biggest issue for me, and learning to prioritize certain things. Like when you have to just get schoolwork done on a Sunday evening, it's hard, but you just have to get it done.
I think I would leave it. I think the hard things have come and gone, and they've changed me into the person I am today, and I'm grateful for that.